Hey YouTube friends, this is a third video in a series of videos I did for our bathroom makeover. And in this video, I'm going to take this mirror right here and cut it down to size and make a frame for it. A relatively easy job to do. It costs about 25 bucks and we're going to get to it right now. So that's where the mirror was, and bathroom's coming along. We painted the walls. We just hung this cabinet that we got at Lowe's. Did the shower curtain. And now I'm just getting ready to do the mirror. I estimated that we want the mirror to be about 24 across by 36 long. And we're going to get to that right now. Alright, so I have the mirror laid on some cardboard. I have my straight edge. I'm cutting about 6 inches off the mirror. I'm using a Husky glass cutter. Get some oil on the cutting wheel. Okay, just a little pressure.
Careful.
Alright, now I'm cutting the length. I have to snap it. You know, there's a big piece of mirror, so it would be good if I had a bench to do it on, but I don't. So I'm just going to do it here and just try to be careful. Bounce it a little bit and snap it just like that. I picked this molding up at Lowe's, and this is going to act as the frame. As you can see, it's already cut in a way that I could just lay the mirror right in there. So the mirror will just lay right in here. I don't have to do any routing or anything like that. All I have to do is make the miter cuts for the frame, and it should be a real simple job to do. Alright, so I'm about to make the miter cuts. If you're not big on the home improvements, you could get one of these miter saws for cheap. They're not that expensive, and you could even rent one if you wanted to do a project like this. But I'm going to set it up at 45 degrees, and I'm just going to start out by making the first cut. Now, if you're not experienced, and I'm not claiming to be super experienced with this, but miter cuts could sometimes be tricky if you're doing a frame. But I'm going to do it the easy way. I'm just going to start out by making this first miter cut. And then I'm going to take it over to the mirror over here. And I'm just going to line it up to where it needs to be. Just like that for now. And I have a couple strap pieces of wood that I'm going to bring over. So these two pieces are going to have to wind up just like that. I want to give myself a little bit of space between the mirror and the edge of the frame, just so I make sure it fits proper. If I didn't get a perfect 90 degrees when I cut the mirror, I want to give myself a little wiggle room. So that piece is going to be like that over there. And instead of trying to do the math in my head, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come over to this side of the mirror. I'm going to draw a straight line like that, and the miter is going to have to come this way, like that. And this is my target line right here. So the miter saw is going to come like that. All right, now I'm just going to make the cut. All right, so there's the frame laid out on the cardboard. Now I'm just going to lay the mirror in it to make sure it's a good fit. This is the mirror in the frame. It's a good fit. I have a little wiggle room in the back to make it work. And right now I am just gonna nail the frame together using a couple of brad nails. Alright, so now I have my air compressor hooked up. I'm going to pop a couple of brad nails into the frame. And again, if you're not big on home improvements or you don't know anything about this stuff, that's not really that expensive. You could get two brad nail guns and the air compressor for maybe 150 bucks, but they can be rented too. So now I'm just going to put the frame together. I have a little wood glue. I'm going to just put it on an old paintbrush. And I am just going to put a little glue on each of the edge of the frame. Not that much. Put a little on each side. And now I'm just going to line it up. I have one piece clamped down over here, as you can see. I'm just going to line it up like that. Take the gun, and I'm using a 18 gauge 3/4 inch brad nails. Oh. Just like that. And now I am just going to do each side just like I did before. Line it up. I got the corners pretty tight, but there's, a little space in there. I'm not going to get it perfect. A little space over here, as tight as I could get it. But all I'm going to do now is I'm going to paint this mirror. So I'm just going to fill this space in with a little spackle. And once it's painted, nobody will be the wiser. I'm not going to use too much, just very little, so I don't have to go crazy sanding or anything like that. I'm just going to clean it up with a damp rag, and you can see that crack is totally filled now. We'll just let that dry, and then we'll paint. Alright, I'm painting the frame now, and I'm painting the underside of the frame, because when you put the mirror in the frame, you don't want to see the reflection of raw wood. Right now I'm painting the front side of the mirror. And again, I'm giving it very thin coats. I'm not worried about getting full coverage. I don't want to gob it on, because if you gob it on, then it's not going to look good. So it's better to give a couple of thin coats. And I'm just putting a thin bead of caulk along the frame. This will help the mirror stick to the frame. Alright, now I'm just going to put the mirror in the frame, like that. That should hold in. Now I'm just nailing these corner brackets into place. That's the hanging system that I'm using. I got that at Lowe's for about 10 bucks. And that's the mounting bracket on the wall. Holds up to 100 pounds, and this mirror is kind of heavy, so I want to get something that was sturdy. Alright, I just want to show you the bracket, how it attaches to the frame of the mirror, and then just gonna join together with the one that's on the wall, just like that. Here's the finished mirror. We're real happy with the way it turned out. Really fits in well with the rest of the bathroom makeover. And for all the projects we did for this bathroom makeover, we have listed below in the description box. As always, please subscribe, and happy home improvements.